Okay, so this hairstyle is the one I'm going to be teaching you how to do. It's straightening it, straight hairstyle with the bump. My bump's kind of small because I don't like those giant bumps, like giving all that volume, but I do show you how to make it bigger. So just watch if you like, subscribe to my blog. I have a lot of other hair and makeup videos, and I would really appreciate it. Thanks. Okay, let's get started. First, I'm going to straighten my hair. So when I straighten my hair, I always part it. I start at the bottom first. I just part it like in the back and use a clip to hold it up while I straighten the bottom pieces. Brush it through, straighten it out, and I just keep pulling the pieces and straightening them until I'm done with that layer. I'm using Andy's ceramic multi-heat. I don't know, can you see that? Yeah, it's really good. It's the one that worked best for me. So what I do is I go one long stroke, like long, slow stroke, and then I go over the ends again really fast to make sure that the ends are super straight. I've been straightening my hair for 5 years plus, so I mean it's really easy for me, and I actually do it very fast. I just part it with my fingernails. There's no need for combs. You don't need a perfect part. When I get into the bigger ones, I part it in half, then bring one half to the side, then part that. I hold the hair in my mouth, so I'm doing like one side at a time. If you want to know how to do your makeup like this, I have another video with my tutorial for this. You can subscribe to my blog. I do makeup and hair all the time. That's actually the only thing on there right now. Yeah, so just to subscribe to my blog if you want to, follow my videos, if you like how I do things. The makeup that I'm wearing right now is really nice, and I'm actually the only one who has it on YouTube. I looked, and nobody else has the brand. It's Saint Anna or Sarah St. John's or some weird thing, but it stays on and it's really pigmented. Getting the parting down, like how you part your hair to straighten it, is the most important part. I had bangs once upon a time, so when I get to the top, I separate my bangs and then straighten everything else in one piece, because the top doesn't need to be as straight because you still want to keep some volume up there. So you see I separated my bangs, and then I just pull all the top. You can see all the top to the side. Brush it out. I don't really care about straightening up here because you need volume up there. You can't just leave it all pin straight. Gross looking. Straighten it, flip it back. Then I bring my bangs down, brush them through, straighten them. Okay. Brush it out again. So now my hair is completely straight, as you can see, very straight. Now I'm gonna do the bump for you guys, and you're actually gonna need a comb with it. What you're gonna want to do is make a part, like a square, up, over, back down, just like a little square in front, like they would do if they cut your bangs. I always put a little bit of water on it. I run my comb through the water, and then I brush the hair back. I don't want to get it too wet to where it's not straight. I just want to get it wet enough to where it's easy for me to part it. And after I part it, I sometimes run more water over the comb just because it's easier for my hair to keep it in place with the part. You see, if I have some water. Separate it back. I put water on that too, so it'll stay back. Okay. Push this forward. I like to make sure that my line's going straight because if it's not, you could really mess up your bun. So I'll just straighten that out. Add some more water. Make sure it's pretty much even. You don't want a crazy line because you could really mess it up when you put it up. You also want to make sure that these two parts are on about the same place on the opposite sides of your head. Okay, then I run water through this too. This is the kind that I have. So what you're going to want to do is make a part like a square up, over, back down, you know, just like a little square in front, like they would do if they cut your bangs. I always put a little bit of water on it. I run my comb through the water and then I brush the hair back. I don't want to get it too wet to where it's not straight. I just want to get it wet enough to where it's easy for me to part it. And after I part it, I sometimes run more water over the comb just because it's easier for my hair to keep it in place with the part. You see, if I have some water. Okay, now take a straight part. Separate. Separate it back. I put water on that too, so it'll stay back. Okay. Push this forward. I like to make sure that my line's going straight because if it's not, you could really mess up your bun. So I'll just straighten that out. Add some more water. Make sure it's pretty much even. You don't want a crazy line because you could really mess it up when you put it up. You also want to make sure that these two parts are on about the same place on the opposite sides of your head. Okay, then I run water through this too. Okay. You might want to like clip the top back or something so you don't mess it up, mess the part up. You're gonna also need a tiny little rubber band. I use these little black ones. They're like, you know, hairstylist rubber bands. I got mine at the dollar store, so wherever you can get them. Okay. So you brush this straight up, as straight as you can get it. And then you just tie the little black rubber band on it. Make sure that you keep it straight the whole time. Even when you tie the rubber band on it, it needs to be completely straight or else it's not going to work. And you want to tie it maybe like an inch or two from your head. I don't know. You guys can see how far that is, but you want it tight, you want it straight, and try to keep the rubber band wrapping around itself. You don't want a whole bunch of gaps, so your hair is going to be all funky through it. Okay. Don't pull it straight. Don't do none of that. Just leave it like that. And then you can take it by the rubber band, push it up as high as you want your bump to go. I usually leave it regular, like right about here. You see the little volume? Some people push it way up like that, whatever. And then all you do after that, you can use a bobby pin or a clip. I use a clip because bobby pins in my hair slip when they're straight, so my bump will be like hanging off to the side and all that stuff. So it's better to use one of those clips that pop open and shut down, or like something that's better than a bobby pin that's just sliding.